market, we were planning on making like a spanakopita, wild garlic spanakopita, and then it snowed. And we were going to make a dandelion salad, and it was all going to be very spring and light. But as you can see, woke up this morning, it's melted a bit now, but the valley was covered in snow. So instead we decided we're going to still stick with seasonal theme and wild garlic, because we've got wild garlic that I found this morning, but we're going to make a pie instead, and it's going to involve potatoes and pastry. So,
and some whipped feta maybe on the side.
John was particularly keen about that.
Got to get this one in there.
So yeah, come to the market with us. We've just got back from the market. We had planned to cook something different today. We planned on making a kind of bright spring wild garlic spanakopita with feta cheese. It's kind of like a cold pie with phyllo pastry. But yesterday it started slightly snowing, and then overnight the whole valley was completely covered in snow. So it's a really cold day, but it's one of those really beautiful, bright but cold days. So we decided instead, let's find a different way of using wild garlic for one of those cold days when you kind of want to be cozy, but you want the fresh flavours of spring and to, you know, eat as seasonally as possible. So we went to the market and we decided that what we'd do is just pick up as many seasonal vegetables as we could and just see what we could do with it. So we've got the wild garlic that I found on my run this morning. We've got some spinach. Do you want to wash the spinach? Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Okay, got some spinach, got some mushrooms, some asparagus, leek, and puff pastry, and a bit of gran padano, which is kind of similar to parmesan. So we're going to use all of these, and we're going to make a wild garlic spring pot pie. So it's got all of the lovely fresh flavours of spring, but it's nice and warming. Then to go with it, we've got some new potatoes, which we're going to steam, and then mix those in with a bit of wilted wild garlic and some pea shoots and finely chopped spring onions. These are really big and round and lovely. And then to go with all of that, we're going to make a whipped feta kind of, what do you call it? Just whipped feta?
Just whipped feta, yeah.
Whipped feta with
a dip, I guess.
A dip, that's it, a dip, yeah. Whipped feta dip with Greek yogurt, lemon zest, pine nuts, mint and parsley. So that's three things. We tend to, when we cook, we tend to have three things. It feels like it's a balanced plate, and that way we can just help ourselves. Kids won't eat any of this. They won't even eat the potatoes because it's got pea shoots in it, but we'll have a really lovely lunch. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cook, and when we cook we tend to do everything by eye, but as we make it we'll jot down the quantities, and then at the end of it'll be at the bottom of the video or wherever. I will give you the recipe with the quantities, but as with everything we cook, we always kind of say, like, just you experiment. If you feel a bit nervous about wild garlic, or depending on the strength of the wild garlic, you might want to use more or less. At the moment it's quite young, so we're going to put as much in as possible. Yeah, this is kind of like just to give you an idea of what you can do with a load of spring vegetables on a very cold, snowy day. Okay, cool. Yeah, should we crack on?
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking about leeks and about like Saute in Catalonia.
Hey, that's one to try, isn't it?
That is, when you roast or you barbecue the whole leek, which is like really soft, and then you dip it in this amazing like tomato almond paste. Yeah. It's so beautiful. You know what? It's quite similar to that thing that you made.
It is actually, isn't it? The almond.
Yeah.
That was almond. I had roasted red pepper.
Red pepper. Actually, maybe it's not tomato. It's red pepper actually.
Oh, might be red pepper and.
Yeah. And then you dip it in it, and then you eat the whole leek.
It's like young leeks, aren't they?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Small. They're like
so they're not so tough, or yeah.
I remember it with wrap them in newspaper to keep them warm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Fabulous.
Oh.
10 minutes until midday. I think a little splash of wine, you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's get that nice and thin. Exciting. So how much garlic do you think we should put in? Like half of that?
I don't know. I think it's still quite mild. Do you think it's spicy now?
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what I need?
Oh, that's so nice.
Just stick it like that.
I was just put some olive oil.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, let's put some in the bottom.
So here I've got a mix of baby new potatoes and some slightly bigger ones. Kind of like the bigger ones, I'll try and make them a bit smaller to baby size. It's up to you what size you like your potatoes.
Salt. Sorry, we're going to keep ourselves going. A bit of fresh wild garlic.
Oh, nice.
So good. Stock. See if we can just sort of thicken it slightly. A little bit of I am mixing this quite a lot. It's almost like stir frying it, but I don't mind that. I don't mind it if it kind of gets a bit. What's the word? That one.
Mushy.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, leave it. It has to be kind of keep its shape. I don't mind in a pie if things are a little bit kind of like this, unless it's broccoli.
Yeah.
Broccoli in a pie. Not for me. So I'm doing this now rather than after, because I think we tried to add the flour with the spinach already in there. I think it's just going to get all caught up in the spinach leaves. I think actually if we add the spinach afterwards and then just turn it in before transferring it to the thing, I think that might work. Get a bit more of a sauce going on.
smells incredible.